this lesson. In this lesson, we're going to learn how web colors work on your website. Uh, so let's jump into it right away. So in order for you to specify color, you need to provide several amounts of red, green, and blue. So that combination of those colors will bring a new color. Oh, not a new color, but the color that you want, and then you can just apply it to your website. I know right now anything is making sense, and that's okay, but you will see. So you can specify the colors from 0 to 100%. You can also specify the color using numbers from 0 to 255. All right, so let's jump into it. So, colors coding. Okay, one way that we've been using in this course so far is how to specify a color by giving it a color name, such as red, blue, green, orange, any color we used in the past. So we already have done this before. Okay, so today I'm going to show you a new way to add your colors. This new way is the hex codes. Using hex code, it is more easy and more flexible than using just color name. And you will see why in a moment. So what is like a hex code color? Well, the first thing that you have to know is it's a combination of 6 code that represent the amounts of red, green, and blue. Remember that I told you before that you depends on how much red, green, and blue you give to the color, it will bring a new color. So keep that in mind. So the digits are red, green, and blue. Okay, please don't forget the order because it's very important. That is red, green, and blue. Okay, it's a scale from 0 to F. Okay, all right, so that probably might be a little bit confused. When I say 0 to F, it's probably you're gonna see it like 0 to what number? So the number F will represent a number, but from 0 to 9 is like a real number. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then instead of 10, we have A, B, C, D, F. And I will show you in a second. So you can think about it like this way. For example, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And instead of 10, you can just start counting like A, B, C, D, E, F. And of course, you can assume that A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, and F is 15. Okay, so keep these numbers in mind because we're going to use them later. You do not need to remember all this color because there are a lot. And that's why we use what we call a color picker on Google. We're going to take a look at that later. The other way to represent your color is also by using decimal numbers or percent values. We're also going to take a look into that. But first, let me tell you why you do not have to remember every color. As I mentioned before, if you just go to Google and type any HTML colors or codes or hex code, you will definitely see this. Once you just scroll these numbers, you will definitely get the hex code, which is right here, or the decimal percent that is right here. I mean, not percent, but the decimal numbers, which is from 0 to 255. And then you will have other ways to display your colors. So let's go back to this. Now I would like to use that in an example. Let me just zoom a little bit more. There you go. As you guys can see here, I'm using the color red. Okay. Here, I'm using the color green. And here, I'm using the color blue. Let's get into this one, which is the easy one. Every time we use it, that's what we haven't used most of the time. If I go here, I have everything here. This is my square, which is green. Okay. If I want to, I can also change the color to anything I want. For example, right now it's green. This one could be red. Okay, as you guys can see. It could be purple. It could be, you got the point. Could be also yellow. Add any other name that you want. But, as I mentioned before, is this the real yellow that you want? You know, so this is why we use the hex code or the decimal numbers to represent color, because let's say that you probably want a little dark yellow, you know, a little dark here or something like that. So you cannot come here and say, I don't know, like dark yellow maybe, right? You cannot say that. You cannot also say um, yellow more dark. That's not even make any sense. I know that, right? But yes, this is why we don't want to just rely on color names, because we are very limited when we use these things. So let's go back to our code. For example, in this case, using red, it could be like probably you don't want this red, and we can definitely change it. What about if instead of red you want to get a little bit to yellow or like green or something like that? So let's see how it works. If I'm here, just gonna refresh my page just to make sure that I have the correct color. Gonna come here and I'm gonna start increasing on this side this number right here, which is the green color. So look at the square. I am incrementing the green color. Right now it's not doing anything because I am not adding a lot. But look at that. How you can see it's almost like a little bit. I don't know if you guys, let me just zoom in right here. It's almost a little bit orange, I would say. Almost between red and orange, right? So you can keep adding color and you get like that beautiful color there. And again, I'm gonna go down to 40 again. We just go down to 40 and it's red right there. But I can add some green, and as you can see, the colors get a little bit lighter up to that point that it's not even a red anymore. Guys, see that? You cannot get this color just using name, because if you can see, that's, I would say that's almost like a dark yellow. I mean, not too dark, but kind of, right? So kind of, yes, I would say yellow. Look at that. It's almost like, well, not yellow, but like literally gold or something like that. But anyway, you get my point. Let me just go back. That's one way again to do that. And the last way is using the head code, which is this one right here. And again, when you're using head code, we are talking about numbers from 0 to F. And we adding those numbers to our color. And when I say we adding those numbers, I mean that we adding that red, green, and blue. So right now, this one is kind of dark blue. And we can add this number. And again, you cannot add a W because it doesn't exist. See that? You cannot add a R because also won't work. The combination to get colors again is from 0 to F. Okay, I'm just gonna add another F. Or what about if I add a number 3? Then you got this. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and increase the number to 0, 0, which is a black. Okay, when we use 0, 0, it's all black. I'm just gonna go ahead and put another 0 and go ahead and put another 0. So all 0 means black. OF means white. Okay, you definitely will not see it there because the background is white. So I can add from here a little number, which is here I'm adding a little green. So now I have a white and white. I mean, not white and white. I'm adding red, blue, green, and blue. Okay, and those 6 digits number is giving back this pink. Now, if I go here, which is the name color, and I type pink, look at what color I get. See the difference? But, and again, what about if you want this pink? And of course, I'm assuming this is pink, by the way. And hopefully you guys also agree with this is pink here. It looks like pink. So this one doesn't look like pink for me, honestly. But according to the HTML code, yes, it is pink. So, okay, all right. So today we're gonna do something fun. So what we want to do is we're gonna convert this number to decimal. Okay, so the point is that this blue that we have in hex code, we want to get that blue in decimal. Okay, so let's try that. So how do we do that? First, we need the numbers, okay, which is 1700FF. I am going to add this number to my whiteboard right here in the back, right here. Okay, so we have, let me just make sure, there you go. So we have 1. I know it's not gonna be perfect, but I'm trying. It's a 0, it's another 0, it's an F, it's another F. There you go. Yeah, why not? This one right here. Yeah, those are 2F. Anyway, so what we're gonna, again, we're just gonna try to pass this number to red, green, and blue. Okay, all this decimal number right here. All right. So the first thing that we have to do is we need to organize this number. For example, right now we have these 2 right here. We also have these 2 here and these 2 here, which is red, green, and blue. All right, so I'm just gonna take the red first and add it here. Okay, so step 1 is just try to separate this number and just put them like in order, but you know, in like red, green, and blue. So the second step is pretty not confusing, but I will say a little bit easy, which is that you need to take the rightmost number, which is this one right here, okay, which is 7, the right number, and we're just gonna add 7 here. Okay, we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna have it equal here, okay, and then we have we're going to have a plus number here. So far so good. Yeah, so we have a plus sign which is basically look like a 7. But yeah, this is a plus sign, this is a 7, okay, and it's equal. And this number right here, which is the leftmost number, the one that we have here, we're gonna go ahead and take the decimal, which is 1. Remember, from 0 to F, if we will have like an A here, then like for example A7, then this one will be a 10, all right? But because it's a 1 and we had the 1 and it is a 1. And then we multiply this right here times 16, okay? And what is the result? It is, yes, 16, just right here. So what we're gonna do with this number, we're gonna add it right here. So now we have 16 plus 7, which is equal to what exactly? I think it's that, yeah, I think it's 23, 24. I think it's 23. Yeah, 23. Okay. So now we have 23 for the red, which is I'm gonna put it right here. And I apologize for this mess right there, for all these weird numbers that I'm writing down here. Anyway, all right, so we have the first number. The second number is 0, 0. So we know that if we follow the same step, which is 0, 0, and we multiply 0 times 16, of course it's 0, and then don't forget that we adding this 0 right here, so 0 plus 0 is equal 0. So I'm take this 0 right here, and then the other one, which is FF. Okay, so according to the numbers right here, which number is F? All right. Yes, 1, 5. So let's go back, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put my FF here. And of course, I'm gonna take this F and add it, not add it, but just have it here as a decimal, which is what? 1, 5, which is 15. And I will get a number back. And of course, now we have what we call the number right here, which is another 15. And we multiply this times 1, 6, okay, which is 16. We get the, I think it's 240. Yeah. If I'm wrong, we just gonna go back to it, but I think it's 240. And then we add those 240 here, and we add it to 1, 5. So far, so good. Okay, so, and we get the number 255, which is, remember, when we're talking about this number here, we're talking about from 0, we're talking about the decimal, we're talking about from 0 to 255. So if we have like 256 here, then we know we have a problem. Okay, so let me go back to my code. According to this thing, 23, 0, and 255. So if I type these numbers here, okay, I will get the same number, the same color that I have right now. Okay, so do you see this blue here? I should have the same color. It should not change because we are using the same thing. Sorry about that. Let me just go back and put my RGB, and then just put 23, 0 and 255. Let me just make sure, which is 230255. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna click save. I'm gonna go back to my page, and if I refresh this page again, nothing should happen because I'm just converting. I just convert this hex color to decimal color. Okay, so let's see if probably we have a wrong color. It might be because the math at some point was wrong. Okay, so let's see. Oh my God, I'm scared. Let's see. There you go. Nothing's happened, which is means it's working. Okay, yeah, there you go. So there you go, right here. So as you guys can see, here, let me just put it a little bit down. There you go. So this number is the same number as the hex code that we used to have. Let me just put it back. Let me just put it as a comment here really quick. Okay, and let me just put this like this. This is a comment in, this is how you write comment on CSS. We're gonna look at that later as well. But let me just put my number back again, which is 230255. Okay, and there you go. So I am also going to show you guys that is working because you see the comment that I just add right now, and it's the same number right here. I am going also remove this number and just put the hex code just to make sure that it's work. FF. There you go. So there you go. It's working, and this is how you convert hex numbers to decimal number. Well, I will say hex code number. As you guys can see again, one more time, this, you don't need to memorize all this color. If you are creating a website or something like that, you just come here, you just look for the color that you probably want. You just navigate to this color here, and then you just can take the hex code, and also you can take the decimal code. All right, that's all for this lesson. I hope you didn't get more confused because I understand this thing can be a little bit complicated sometimes. One thing that I can tell you is you are not going to use this formula. At least right now, at least like I haven't used it for like in my job or something, or I haven't used it like for example, hey, Ariel, can you please convert this to decimal number because we need like this specific color or something like that? No, we haven't do that anywhere yet that I know. Probably other people don't use it. I have no idea why would you have to learn this, honestly. Not learn it, but I mean like memorize it. But it's very important though. It's just important just in case you have to, because you never know. Okay, when you are a developer, it's like you never know. Probably one day you don't have internet and you need to do that. Probably one day you don't have a computer available and you need to know these numbers. But they are very important to know just in case. Okay, so I hope you like this lesson and I will see you on the next one.